Namaste to all students. Khushro Bitia, myself JVM Dr. Khushbu Verma, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science. Today we will discuss about DNA fingerprinting. And this session is related to recombinant DNA technology course of program BTech FBT and BSc BT 6 semester. First of all, we will discuss about that what is DNA fingerprinting. So DNA fingerprinting is a way to identify a certain individual rather than simply identifying a species or a particular trait. A technique used by scientists to distinguish between individuals of the same species using only samples of their DNA. The process of DNA fingerprinting was invented by Alex Jeffries in 1985. What type of the biological samples used for the DNA fingerprinting? So we can use blood, hair, saliva, semen, body tissue cells for the DNA fingerprinting. Now we will discuss that all the steps we will discuss about all the steps which can be followed in the DNA fingerprinting. So basically there are 8 steps for DNA fingerprinting. First is isolation of DNA. So DNA must be recovered from the cell or tissues. Only a small amount of blood, hair or skin is needed to isolate DNA. Second step is digestion of DNA by restriction endonucleases. So DNA is cut into fragments using restriction enzymes. The sections of DNA that are cut out are called restriction fragments. This yield thousands of restriction fragments of all different size because the base sequences being cut may be far apart. Long fragments or close together means short fragments. Commonly used restriction endonuclease enzymes are HAE third, HIMF1, ALU1, etc. Restriction reaction mixture is incubated overnight at 30-degree temperature. Next step is electrophoretic separation of different fragments. Fragments are separated on the basis of size using a process called gel electrophoresis. DNA fragments are injected into wells and an electric current is applied along the gel. Here we can see in this diagram, this is agarose gel and DNA of different sizes can be uploaded. And here it is the cathode region and this is the anode region. This is power source and DNA is already negative in charge, so it will move from the negative charge to the positive charge. It means it will move towards the anode region. DNA, as I told you, that DNA is negatively charged, so it is attracted to the positive end of the gel, and the shorter DNA fragments move faster than the longer fragments. Here we can see in the diagram that the smallest DNA will move forward and with the speed in the agarose gel, and DNA is separated on the basis of the size. With the higher weight, DNA will be like here near the wells, and a small size of DNA will move long way. Next step is transfer DNA on nylon or nitrocellulose membrane. The DNA fragments are transferred to a nylon sheet by placing the sheet on the gel and soaking them overnight by the process Southern blot. Here vacuum blotter, this is agarose gel. In the on the below of agarose gel it is nylon membrane, then Whatman paper, then rubber gasket, and last is porous mat. So this will be the arrangement for the transfer of DNA on nylon or nitrocellulose membrane. Next step is probing or probe labeling. Adding radioactive or colored prop means non-radioactive props to the nylon sheet, which is complementary to target sequences. Each prop only stick one or two specific places on the sheet. Next step, which is sixth step, is hybridization. So labeled props DNA should be hybridized with the complementary sequences located on nylon membrane for the detection of position of later. Membrane is washed to remove non-specific binding and clearing of the background. Seventh step is autoradiography to detect the sequences in genome bound with the hybridized radioactive probes on the membrane. Technique involves alignment of the hybridized membrane with X-ray film. The X-ray film alter its development, shows multiple number of bands that looks like barcodes and known as DNA fingerprints. Eighth step is interpretation of band patterns, analysis of band patterns of different individuals, comparison of the position of the bands. Computer software are also available for the analysis of DNA fingerprinting. What are the uses of DNA fingerprinting? So, diagnosis of inherited disorders can be done by the DNA fingerprinting. Helps diagnose the disorder in both parental and newborn babies. And disorders may include cystic fibrosis, hemophilia, familial Alzheimer's, sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, and much more. It can diagnose the crime, and forensic scene is the use of the scientific knowledge in legal situations. And the DNA profile of each individual is highly specific. The chances of two people having exactly the same DNA profile is 30,000 million to 1, except for identical twins. So these are the uses of DNA fingerprinting, and this is a sum up of this session. And this session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied with this digital session. If you have any query, then mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.